Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my viewers. This is Asif Ali Bhatti, and I'm speaking on the behalf of Pakistan United States Friends Forum and for the WWI. This is the platform which is providing an initiative which is rolled by the UN SDGs. And our focus is today the political education among the youngsters and also strengthening of democracy. We already know that the United States is the one of the leader in democracy. So today with us, Dr. Lalani, who is also contesting elections for the state parliament, and he's already representing Pakistan and United States in Texas parliament. Thank you very much, Dr. Lalani.
Thank you very much for having me. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
May peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum to all your audience.
Okay, thank you. So, what is your manifestation when you kick-started your journey as a politician here in the United States?
So let me first correct. I'm not a politician. I call myself a statesman.
That's great.
Yes, and being a physician and being involved in the mainstream community for the longest time, I had realized that when we are doing good things through organizations, we're able to touch few families. If the bigger organization, maybe 100, 200,000 families. But if I come and become part of legislation, if I'm able to pass one, two, three good laws, it can change generations. So that was my motivation to come on this side. And I've been blessed to take care of ailing patients. Now I'm able to take care of ailing policies too. So this was my journey to come in, and that's what I've been doing. Healthcare, education, technology, clean air is my focus, and that's what we're working on. We were able to pass bills. I mean, my first session, 36 bills are passed into law, and my second session, 83 bills have been passed into law. And I'm very proud to be the Pakistani American, proud to be Muslim. But I tell people that, you know, I don't know if it sounds right or not. I don't want to be known as a first Muslim. I want to be known as a great statesman who happens to be Muslim.
Okay. So, what kind of obstacles you are facing when you first time came into the politics? I should say politics because this is the Hall of Fame for United States that it provides equal opportunity to everybody who is coming
It
from
does.
whatever country you are from. So, what were the major obstacles you have faced when you were coming in this realm?
I think it's all the same essentially, but a little bit more because being a minority, being a Muslim, we always been looked upon by different angle. So we have to work extra hard, and people will stereotype you, and then a lot of time they will take you to the extreme, and then and blame you for things. So but I've been blessed. I've been honest. I keep working hard, and I've built up the credibility that both the sides now. I have realized that we are no nonsense office, and we have the respect and credibility. And you can imagine to pass that many bills, being a minority among minority, it has to be respected voice because we bring all the good laws that affects all the people, that affects the Texans, and that's how I approach. As a physician, when I see a patient, I look at it, what's the problem is, I do the examination, I do the diagnosis, and I have a treatment plan. Same thing when I look at the problem issue, I look what is how we can solve it and come with a solution. And that's the mentality I have on the floor also. So either you're Republican or Democrat or independent for that matter. This is how I approach. This policy is going to affect our Texans. This policy is going to affect our Americans this way. How do we work on it? And then you learn to understand how to prioritize without compromising your ethics. And then you work on issues, you educate people, and you've been honest. See you in 15. Inshallah, people look, they can read through your eyes, they can read through your eyes how honest you are,
Yes, you are. Yeah.
and they will work with you. And there are times where a member from a different party has called me to help because they knew that how passionate I was about some policies to help me. And same way, my own party has helped so much to achieve some goals.
Dr. Lalani, my question basically represent the public wherever they are. Maybe they are from the other countries as well, not only Pakistan. But when you decided to come in the field, of politics. What was the perception of the people? You get the first kind of reaction by the people. Why you contesting
So a
that?
lot of people were even in the good faith were like discouraging me, like don't go. This is for not for good people. I mean, you have your practice set up. If something gone wrong with you, and when they were not able to convince me, the calls started coming to my wife. Okay, please talk to your husband. He may have gone cuckoo. What is he doing? This is not for the good people. But I'm blessed that I stood on it. I was persistent, and now the same people are my wings, and they're helping me out. That thank you for you're doing that, and that's what we're making daily difference to people's life. And I try my best to represent everybody. So I have people with many faiths. I have done events and I've created opportunities where communities should come up, especially our South Asian. They're not involved in things like that. So I have created, I've done Muslim Day, I've done Pakistan Day, I've done Bangladesh Day, I've done Sindhi Sakafat Day, I've done Alzheimer's Day, I've done, different occasions so they can come and see. A lot of people have come and said, oh, we didn't even know that we were allowed to come inside. When I got elected, there were 7 buses full came to Austin.
I still remember. I was there.
Beside people came in the car, right? And it's still been now talk of the town in the capital. Like, if you don't find your seat, that was Lalani's fault because he has so many guests.
Still remember.
And then there were people who were actually crying with the tears. They said we have never imagined in our life somebody who has a name like us, somebody who looks like us, will be sitting on that chair. So it's a very proud moment. At the same time, I take it as a very sacred seat, and I want to make sure that I fulfill the trust and faith that people have given me. So I always pray that good Lord keeps me in that blessing, that my eyes are on the sky, but my feet is grounded.
Okay, so
Thank you.
I'm just putting this question this way that we welcome you, the platform we have just designed, and we are working under the umbrella of the United Nations SDGs, and your manifesto is the same. You are also working on the health, education, and the public awareness and the political sense, also democracy, and so many other civic issues. So, how do you see that? What is your plan in the future that you will represent this community? I'm not saying only Pakistan, but also the community that you're talking about, the color and the language and
I
the
think that
appearance. What is your manifestation to come into the hub of the all the capitals of the capital, Washington D.C.?
well, my request to all of our community members and especially minorities is to get serious and get into politics. A lot of time people say that I have nothing to do with politics, I'm not interested. And I jokingly say that you may not be interested, but politics is interested in every aspect of your life. If you're concerned about your street light versus you're concerned about the hospital or healthcare, or you're concerned about the education or what curriculum they're reading, to the property tax, everything is politics. So get involved, first of all. Be honest to yourself that what can you do? Read policies, help us with some ideas, come and say there is, this is a shortfall in this. Can we do amendment, or can let's file a new bill if that for that matter, right? So participate, engage, vote. That's how we can bring changes, and then take interest. I would say, have this kind of dialogue on a dinner table with your children, and talk about it. I have internships where young people and some even the middle age has come and done internship with me.
Oh,
and,
really?
and and there are people who have done internship with me in Austin, and now they're in DC. There are interns who have actually done intern with me, and now they've become a paid employee. So there are different people that are working, and then this once I saw that seed in them, now for life I don't have to wake them up to come out and vote, because now I get calls from people. They would say so and so was making my life miserable sitting on that city, because your dada, you have to go vote, Abu, you have to go vote, because they know the power, and said my son forced me to come out to
Great,
vote, right?
great.
So that's what I think we need to keep engaging the youth. And then for my general public, if your acumen or if your interest is not to be elected, it's okay, get appointed. Get on a voluntary basis. If your interest is city, work with city. If you're interested in county, work with them. If you want foreign issues, work with Congress. And then you can always be a volunteer. You can be your HOA.
Yep.
You can come with some good ideas. If you are a CPA, help them with some finances. If you like your outdoors, help them with park and ranch.
Yep.
So if you are with health, help them with some health policy.
If you're in the law, you
You
can
know,
help people.
so you have to be involved. That's where you make a difference, and that's what I tell, even take a step further, that you become the ambassador of your country. You become the ambassador of your faith, because when you sit in a mainstream table, and when you have that seat on that table where decisions are being made, you're representing. So you have the opportunity. You're blessed at that moment. So that is a very sacred to me, and that's where the difference comes in. Engage, because it's very easy to point finger. The cowards will point fingers, but
Yep.
leaders will unite people.
Yes, it is.
And that's what I do. I engage, and I have occasions where I've been yelled at. There are occasions I have been called with different names. And then there are same time there are people who are praying for me, they are supporting me, who are fighting with other people. Just, and I, even honestly speaking, I don't know a lot of these people where I
What
come,
they are doing. Yeah.
and they're doing it behind the scenes.
Yeah. So that was a very proud moment. I was there when you took
Yes.
Swan and on the Quran, mashallah, and that was a pleasant moment for the whole ummah even. So, however, I should say that you did a great job, as you just mentioned. If we can just
Let me take one step, since you mentioned that, and how engagement happens. So people were excited, like, what is this red and green book in your hand? So I made 1 minute video about the Holy Quran. I had all the Abrahamic faiths and the holy books,
absolutely
and I
correct.
connected all that, and I shared that video with all of my colleagues. And then they had a new appreciation for that.
Wow,
And that's
the
what they engage.
tolerance and
And
acceptance,
and so I told them, this does not come from somebody's shelf.
yeah, it's a
So
holy
that's
book. Yeah,
that's how you do the engagement. When we did the first iftar, I had one of my colleague, a Jew colleague, talk about Yom Kippur. I had one of my Christian colleagues talk about Lent, and then I talked about Ramadan and fasting. And I said, look, the rituals may be different, but the essence of doing
it's
is,
the same.
why are you doing Lent? Why are you doing this? So there were two non-Muslim legislators said, Dr. Lalani, we will fast with you in solidarity.
Mashallah.
That's how the engagement happens.
That's great. So, what you did, if you just summarize for our audience and also for your voters, that what you did in the last two tenures, what legislation you have made, and what bills you have passed already, you tabled and the parliament passed that. If you can just elaborate quickly.
Well, I was part of the property tax relief that happened big. Our Desi community is good about numbers, so there was a financial relief in that. Homestead exemption we raised in our second session, and we also get extra exemption to seniors. So that was part of it. Then I have did bills in healthcare, mental health. I passed bill last session. I have passed bills in education. I have passed bill in AI. I will pass bills in technology. So one bill which has been now talk of the town is use of AI in deepfake.
Yeah, that is very important. I will definitely
So
put
civil and
light on
criminal
that.
penalty,
Yeah.
that is my bill,
Okay.
primary bill that has been passed.
Okay.
Online impersonation is my bill that has been passed. You know, next week we are doing a groundbreaking for an educational building for Fort Bend juvenile justice system. That was my primary bill that I passed and have them funding.
Okay.
So, and then we have
So
also,
altogether, you have passed 20 bills.
I have passed 36 in my first session, 83 in my second.
Mashallah. That's
And
the
then these are not numbers, these are life changing moments that we have done in people. And we are continuing doing that. My goal is to have healthcare access in Texas. We take pride in saying that we are eighth largest global economy.
yep.
Okay, we take pride in saying we have the world's largest medical center. We have the technology, we have the research, we have the know-how. Who's who of the world comes in here, but our own people cannot cross street and get treatment, because Texas also has the highest number of uninsured people.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and even and then I say what is underinsured people that we haven't. And then there are people who are working two jobs or having a decent life. They're one heart attack away from bankruptcy. Look at it. Number one cause of bankruptcy in America is healthcare,
Healthcare.
health,
Yep.
health crisis,
Issues. Yep.
right?
Yep.
Is this what America is? So I'm working on healthcare access for all. I'm working for education. I'm working on some curriculum. I'm working on um, funding for AI. some research done on that part, because I'm telling, to me, AI is augmented intelligence.
Yep.
Okay, it's not artificial intelligence,
True.
and we need to use it as same to augment us to become more efficient, not to replace the
You're
human.
blessing him. Yep.
So there's a big fight going on. I think we have to have a. We will get into ethical and moral dilemma if we don't have a safeguard right now, especially in healthcare. But it's going to disturb any business place out. So we need to be very cognizant of that. So I have some bills in that category. Uh, for our community, I mean, I have put bills like Muslim Heritage Month that I'm asking for. We have celebrated days, but I'm asking for now the whole month.
Whole month. Okay.
Or I've put in some halal bill that and it's very simple. I tell people it is not just a religious part of it, but it's also just psychosocial part of it too. I said, school was saying, oh, we will have to create another menu. We don't have budget. We don't have this. I said, what if some student has an allergy? What do you do? Oh, we provide them alternate this. I said, exactly. All I'm
This is
asking
all
is,
about alternate. Yeah.
it's all about his education, right? So if you say that this is halal and this is, people can
Different.
choose.
Yep.
So the student is not stressed. The parents are not stressed. I don't know what he's going to eat or she's going to eat. The teachers will not get stressed. I get so much social worker coming in for the testimony. I got school teacher came and do testimony. I had the parents come and do the testimony. And I was saying, I'm not asking more budget. We're just educating. And that's what is going to come, right? So there are so many good things that you can do, and that's what we were working on to elevate the community and encourage them to participate
Great.
and get into part of the system. So that's be the change that you want to see.
One last,
Yes.
just for your voters, and I would like to express my gratitude and the efforts you are doing right now. So, what is your message right now for your own voters and the people those are really aligned with your understanding?
Well, my message is very simple: that we are going through some very tough times where our freedom is at stake. Freedom of speech, freedom of our faith, freedom to be an American. Because somebody can now catch you just because of the color of your skin, and you have to prove. So our freedom of being American is at stake. So this will require a leadership which is unprecedented, which is the power to speak truth, and that's you have seen me doing that. I took fight with Governor Abbott. I am not ashamed to talk to President. I've even called Congress and call upon President to do issues if I do that. So I have the experience of doing that. It's on record. You need somebody who's compassionate and connected to the community, and I'm very proud that I am. You look at my office, they're 24/7 working, solving people. They're calling us for the power failure, they're calling us for a school, they're calling us for immigration. A lot of things which are outside of our realm, like, for example, immigration, but we connect them to the Congress office. So we make sure that they get it through. And then we have events which are actually no feel good event. These are actually a difference making events. We had immunization, we had civic engagement, we had business talk one on one. Our community came and said, there's second income, there are people, how do we do that? We had an expert come in and we talked about that. Tomorrow we are doing there's a big thing going on about school funding. There are 7 schools are closing in Fort Bend, and then whole bunch of kids are going to are rezoning. And there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of anxiety and fear. So I'm doing a town hall tomorrow where I've invited the Fort Bend ISD people, trustees also to come and join if they would like to. Our idea is to educate people, so
To aware them. Yep.
so they can understand what is the problem. There's a state funding, what is happening, what are the parallel effects. There is a school enrollment is going down, why it is going down. There's a voucher program that has come up. How is going to that affect people? I mean, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Essentially, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Public education funding is insufficient to begin with, and then you are taking that money out and saying the enrollment is less, so you can't get that. And then what if these people are going to come back? Historically, that has happened in other states where people have taken the voucher money and then after 2 months have said, "Oh, we can't manage," and they are admitting to them public school. So we are creating another big hole. And then COVID happened. Then the homeschooling is happening. So there's various issues that are happening, but our people have to be proactive, not reactive. Our people are very reactive. But this train has not started yesterday. It's been happening. So this we are doing the town hall
It's a
tomorrow.
long way to go. Yeah.
It's a long way. And then finally, you want somebody who's so much credible and respected that think he can get things done. And my history shows, even in my first session, freshman 36 bills, second 83. So we have to finish whole lot of more things. So I would like to say that this is a time for unprecedented representation from people also that come out and vote, because your government is as good as the people you vote in. So do your homework and make sure you all come out to vote.
Thank you so much for talking with the PUF and WWA, and we would like that we will work together for
Thank
the
you.
betterment of the public.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you, brother.
God bless you.
Thank you.